Hello and welcome to the Super Metroid Dash Mystery Week 2 of the Swiss rounds. We've got a matchup here between IP and crossproduct. Should be getting underway very shortly. And these are mystery settings, so we don't know if it's going to be full countdown, major, minor, chozo. We don't know if it's going to be an area rando or a vanilla rando. Let's see, what the bosses could be shuffled a bunch of different ways. It's a couple of little minor adjustments. So those are the major ones that the runners are going to be trying to figure out as the seed plays out. Oh, the other significant one is charge. We don't know whether they're going to start or charge or not. And just a second here. All right, there we go. Now the timer's counting down. I'm sitting here looking at the race time room thinking the counter should have started by now. Okay. All right. We are underway. And we've got a vanilla charge. So that number, the first number there, when it's a 60, that indicates that the runners do not start with the charge beam. So that could be something. These tend to be a bit of an ammo hunt anyway, but now it's definitely going to be an ammo hunt unless we can find that charge early on. Otherwise, it's kind of a risk to count on it. And also, since we don't have any other numbers up in that top right corner, then we know it's not a full countdown seed. So this is either going to be a major, minor, or a chozo split. So that's kind of the traditional, like major, minor takes all the unique items plus the energy tanks, those locations, and shuffles them up with a couple little tweaks. And chozo, it focuses more on the chozo statues, along with a few other exceptions as well. So items behind bosses, even though most of them aren't chozo statues, tend to be counted as chozos. And this location is also would be a chozo, but it's not morphball. This would have to be morphball for this to be a chozo seed, therefore it must be major, minor. So runners get to find that out right away. And they get everybody's favorite item, a reserve tank. Actually pretty useful here early on. Runners are going to want to put even just a little bit of energy into that reserve tank. And then that's going to make it easier to check the portals. I've been getting that D-boost. Cross product having a little bit of trouble. Going to go for the backup here with this enemy there. Mistimed it. I don't even know how to do that backup. Not an easy one, I don't think. It's easy if you know how to do it. It's not easy when you're in a race. There we go. Slight hiccup there, no big deal. All right, we do have the power bombs, and IP has put a little bit in reserves. And also wants to check the side event here. I was wondering about that. You usually want to check all the miners early just to have something. Supers would have been a lot better here, but missiles is better than nothing. All right, we're gonna get we're gonna get one more minor item over here, and then it's likely the IP is gonna check the portal. That's popular to do, although since this is a 1/3 chance of being a map, there might just be a gray door there that's gray until you defeat all the enemies, which is a little annoying. And it looks like IP is going to play for the enemies. Go for missiles. Okay. These enemies do 320 damage. So do 3 missiles at a shot or 4 missiles. It is area. And it's Turian, which is actually really good knowledge for the runners. Sometimes be in situations where, you know, there's a portal on, you enter, let's say, the back Lower Norfair. Well, what's the front of Lower Norfair? No, you gotta go check it out if you don't know where that Turian is. And now that we know where Turian is, and Great Slayer as well, then we want to pick up this dead implication. So both runners have that knowledge and are going to be heading up. We've got one power bomb to spare. Sometimes runners will use that to pick up this last minor item. It will be in the refill that the ship power bombs. But at the same time, they amount to that anyway. And if this is supers, it's well worth. Or it's 4 power bombs, so that works too. Yeah, I'm sorry if my mic is breaking up. It's been giving me troubles lately. I'm probably here in the near future. So it's not too terrible. Both runners making their way up line. There cannot be suits in criteria, but sometimes runners still like to check the major items here just because it's charged. They like that charge. Although it's like a lot of damage right now. Later. And cross-product finding that first super pack. So that ended up being, this is kind of a slower check. IP's going to go for it as well. And I think the logic is because they don't have the super pack. It's paying off for both runners. Ooh, and there's an ice beam for cross product. And I bet IP will do that as well. Yep. This way. We don't fight BT because we don't have bombs. And we can see that little number changed as well, so it's showing 90 damage. It's a little misleading because we don't have charge, so it would be 90 if we had charge. Cross is going to go ahead and take a save here. Might even head to the right. Could potentially be wanting to detect the gauntlet item. There's a major. Could be an energy tank. Could be even a required energy. Depending on how the logic is. Usually with major minor seeds, you are going to find plenty of energy, but sometimes you do have to get a hell run in before you can get to that energy. And Cross is going to go to the right. Finding another bad portal. Oh, that's a potential CWJ attempt here. So Cross might be able to make this jump on the first try. He uses a Phil frozen there. What happened? Oh, okay. I think we had unfortunately a hiccup in the feed, and it just happened to cover what portal Cross found. Must not have been anything good. He decided to not even picked up. Or no, because he's heading back this way. What happened? This is another potentially good attempt. Alright, my co-commentator has arrived.
Hello, everyone.
Just in time to watch the moat. Everybody's favorite item in fancy for speed runs now available in these randos too.
See, we've got Morph Ball, we've got Ice, we've got a decent supply of ammo for earlier on.
Neither runner choosing to go to Terminator or those two up portals. Don't see that too often. Oh, there's the CBJ for IP. And Nope, not a croc, which is, I think, the correct play. We do not have charge beam. This croc fight would be possible, but very, very annoying.
It would definitely be a longer fight for sure.
Well, you can get really trolled with. You can only push them back 10 times. You're going to quickly run out of stickers in that fight, and then you can just start charging and just not stop. You can't do anything about it without charging. So on top of it being a slow area in general, and then the risk of the fight failing. So Cross is going to go for this gauntlet play. This is a little bit risky, but does have enough power bombs. A little easier.
Little dip into the lava there. Got his toes wet. That is a very welcome energy tank.
Neither runner wanting to do the easy thing today. Both of them like, no, I'm going to do this gauntlet. I'm going to do this today.
Well, I mean, they got to keep it interesting for everybody.
Yep, these delayed wall jumps can be annoying. They're the kind of thing that you could get like first or second try in a relaxed practice setting. It is suddenly in a race that you're trying to rush everything. They're not completely free. Ooh, double supers though. This is making this gauntlet play a little bit more worth. And this is a good lesson for, I know I've had this feeling in races where I've done something stupid and I feel like I'm way behind. The runners are literally on top of each other right now. And if you look at IP versus cross product, okay, Cross has a couple extra super packs and a new tank. That's it. There's otherwise no difference. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure IP feels behind right now. Not actually.
Sometimes it's hard not to feel behind, especially, with the same thing that they were going through with the fan tune check. They missed that check a few times. So they're both thinking, okay, now I'm behind.
Yeah, and you just never know. Sometimes you are, and sometimes your opponent's having even more trouble than you are. You really never know. Both runners going to take this save over here. And actually, that third missile pack, if this is Fantoon, that could be pretty useful as well. It's kind of rough to fight Fantoon with just 2 missile packs. The third one makes a significant difference.
It certainly makes the Dopplers a lot easier to follow up with.
Right. It just, even if you're only getting a few missiles in, like maybe 3 or 4 in each time, at least you have them. You can start running out of them if you only have 2 missile packs. And since the runners do not have charge, they can't just super Fantoon for an easy 600 damage because you have to dodge the flames. Oh, well, those 5 extra missiles are not going to help for your...
I mean, maybe if they had 5 extra E-tanks to go along with it, that might be a little bit more help.
5 extra E-tanks, 5 extra super packs.
Maybe an actual charge beam. Something to kill him. A cross product taking a very quick nope out of there.
And IP not too far behind. Alright, so far we've got a G4, a Crade that we can't do, a Meridian Tube, which could be progression, because the runners could go to the right and go fall down, and a Croc that we can't do in logic. I suppose maybe you could logically get the super packs that Cross has to Croc, so maybe it would be in logic.
And we're getting a little bit of a high five there.
And we got an East Meridian we can't do, so it's either Meridian 2 or that awful Croc. Which which is still pretty awful for IP. It's doable now for cross. Well, it's doable for IP as well, but cross is an undershape to it. Now with the dash changes, there are some extra save stations in West Meridia. I would be very tempted to go to that 2 location, take that save, and then explore what that last unknown portal is. Maybe there's just green bricks over there. We might see IP take another shot at the gauntlet. I'd be a little bit more tempted to gauntlet or at least I'll just use it as a high jump or some other item that we might want later.
Looks like crossproduct is going back towards the croc.
Yeah, wants to do that croc.
And very,
IP does it the hard way. Doing those wall jumps one at a time like that instead of skipping the middle one, I think is harder. Let's get it done.
That was very nicely done.
Both of our runners like here. Cross should be able to do this with the that he has, but wow. Croc could be a troll.
So given what we've seen so far, what do we think that croc could hold?
Well, it's probably too easy. It's probably West Meridia.
If it's West Meridia, we could probably see something like a grapple to... Well, that is definitely a Meridia check with the gravity suit there.
Oh, there you go. I might be in trouble in this scene. Finding the item right away. Will Cross stick around and check the other item while he's here, or is he just gonna go? He can't even leave now, but then if he ever wants to return, he'd have to fight Croc again. So at least waiting for the animation. Smart. Is that Pharma right now? What is? Barely Pharma. At least running that ledge. Well, IP's out of supers, but he's going to get some more packs here. Chat throwing some blasphemy here. Always bet on Croc. I don't know about that. Can't say I subscribe to that. Let's see what else Croc has. Okay. Well, I was half right, but the half I was wrong about is pretty significant. And meanwhile, Cross is going to be feeling pretty good. Has done everything that he can do here. And that crate location is kind of convenient. Runners have to return here anyway because he gets to the fort, which was at the bottom of Criteria. So, if Cross could do the East Meridia boss third, then you just go right into your Ridley fourth, and then you go G4. That could be a nice pattern. We'll see if IP does Croc or not. This could be a big detour if he doesn't. At least heading that way. Did I mismark? You know, did I mismark the map? I might have mismarked my own map here. I might have, because I know it was a lower West Meridian. Maybe it was the one you can't do. Because in that case, Croc is the only answer.
Another missile for cross product there.
Yeah, these miner checks are a little bit slow. It's not a bad idea to be collecting miners early though, because we don't have a charge beam, and even if we did, it wouldn't be very powerful. hope I
Just-
can do this.
Not to mention, they might end up using a lot of those miners just to help kill mobs quicker, since they don't have a charge beam in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know about going. Some of these miner things are kind of slow, but I do agree with you that you don't want to skip. Okay, where's this portal going? I must mark this. I did mismark it. Okay, so this was not even possible before. So when I was saying they could just do this, yeah, Croc is. Well, that's good for IP. He's going to keep doing this until he gets it. This is the only answer. Just gotta love a seed that not only has a required CWJ, but basically a doubly required CWJ, because you're going to do it, see Croc, not continue, and then have to come back. IP does get it. Okay.
That's a nice job by crossproduct there to take that jump.
Yeah, that's a fancy way to do it. The grab jump is faster, but it is dangerous. I like the save here. Just lock in the progress. The save is right there. It takes less than 10 seconds.
It was last week where we saw a couple runners that actually took some safety saves later on in the game, and as a result, the match ended within about 14 seconds of each other. It was a very, very close match.
So I missed that portal transition just now that Cross did. Was you didn't like it? Oh, or
that was
maybe
a hard
he's thinking
bounce.
about this Mama Turtle item. Okay. Yeah, does it to watch health? He does have that save though, and he's got a reserve with at least some energy in it.
Red Brand Star, thank you, Quick Draw.
Meanwhile, IP just gets it in. Look at that, 0 missiles, 0 supers. This is what I was talking about earlier. That Croc is not can kind of ugly on you if you start missing supers. Because if he didn't get the kill right there, Croc could have just decided, I'm going to charge like 6, 7, 8 times in a row.
Crossproduct trying to get that wall jump up there. He finally gets it.
It may not come up very
done.
often, but I do recommend learning how to farm Croc a bit. That way you can get a fair amount of missiles off of them. You just actually farm them for once or twice. But he won't drop supers very often, so that's where you can get in trouble if you miss supers, because he won't be able to replace them very easily.
Crossproduct going for another grabs jump here. He definitely gets it nicely.
Let's see if he goes for the wall jump. The wall jump's pretty tough, so I think going for the grab jump instead is fine. Honestly, that wasn't even that slow.
That was pretty quick on his part.
Alright, Red Bryn. You gotta check more Red Bryn. Okay, this I'm surprised by.
And this crossproduct might think that there's various suit hiding somewhere in Meridia.
Well, but I don't think it can be. This is major minor. He's already checked Mama Turtle. That's the only major. He wants to check this last portal, but we've already found Crave. We've already found G4. Actually, we found all the dead ends. We found Croc too. So there isn't. This portal will show up again somewhere. I kind of feel like even if you want to do this, I would still check the other Red Bryn portals that were right next to you. Check those 2 in a cluster. It'd be kind of funny if this just takes me Red Bryn. That's not very likely. Oh my gosh!
Ooh.
Please don't die.
Saving
Taking the save. That's fine, by the way. It is rolling saves, so if for some reason he doesn't like the save, he can still go back to his other one. Also, he's got Bugsy and Farm right here. Yeah, that's a good idea. Get some keepers as well.
Definitely not the check he was looking for.
I mean, on the one hand, it is good information. I'm not sure it was worth the detour. At least he's gonna get some keepers out of it and health back. If you also do these minor checks, and please don't die. Yeah, this is now a dangerous situation for IP. I don't know when he last saved. He cannot take a spike hit. He's just going to have to be really careful here. And this is probably the last time that IP ever makes this check that he does when he doesn't need to again. I believe I've done this before, and it's painful. He does get to the bug farm, though. Should be okay.
And Cross making his way back into Meridia.
Okay, he must have a save then. Why did he just... I didn't know he did. I didn't know he had a save. Yeah, he's back at the top of Croc. Okay, yeah, this is smart. He's got full items. He's down the E-tank, I imagine. But I don't think you really need that.
No, he should be fine right here, especially in the areas he's covering.
Oh, he hasn't
really
grab yet. I missed that. He skipped that check. But he must know it's something at this point. It has to be something. It could theoretically be Varia from this standpoint, but...
Oh, and there is Varia at Spazer.
Okay, well, that's going to give Cross a significant advantage here. IP will find that, but by the time he does, Cross is going to continue to make progress. Cross now finding the top buffer Norfair. So let's see here. Cross has both suits, but nowhere near go mode ammo. Doesn't even have ammo for Ridley. I keep missing what these portals are. Is that more red tower back there? I didn't even see. I still have to wait till IP gets there. I've got a local tracker I'm keeping, but it's only about half filled out for the maps. Alright, Cross is going to start clearing out upper north there. 5 majors here. They're all kind of spread out. But
I'm curious to see what this ice beam check is going to be, because now we're not looking at hell runs anymore. We're just looking at a straight clear of Norfair.
Yeah, exactly. So they're spread out, but it's not so annoying when you have to hell run it. And he does. I mean, he needs more with the game. It's not gonna. And IP going front of Meridia? He's Meridia. This might be I'm gonna do something that Cross didn't do. Unfortunately, Cross found Varia, so this is just probably not gonna work out very well for IP.
Cross found Varia, and he just found his speed booster as well, so he's going to be able to take some time here.
The one thing that IP could find would be charge. If
charge or any other better beam.
Yep. If IP can find charge and better beam traps, and Cross doesn't find it, ends up having to hunt for a lot of ammo, that could get IP back in the game. Otherwise, the longer the Cross is running around with these good items, harder it's going to be for IP to catch up.
A very welcome E-tank there for cross product. Nice little regen.
Not a free fight for IP. You can't afford to miss too many supers here.
Especially without charge beam.
IP this, but yeah, he does like double damage. Yeah. I don't know where did IP save first? That fight is deceptively hard when you don't have both suits.
Both suits, I think he acknowledged earlier on, is that he did lose a couple of those supers and he couldn't really finish the fight.
I think he still had enough to finish, but it is also tricky when Quatrain's doing that spit pattern. You're not expecting spit because you normally get 5 or 6 supers in the first round. I think he might have only gotten 4. Although Quatrain can spit even if you get 5 in spit. But you don't normally think of a spit being that dangerous. It's just when you are going in with 2 tanks and no Varia, it is suddenly perilous. I do like the play to stay committed to it. If he were to go the other way now, it's kind of like, well, it's going to be hard to catch up no matter how cross-played it, so I think this makes sense. Cross saying no to a reserve tank? Come on, that's a tank! Now you got both suits, but you also don't have anything to kill Ridley with. I suppose he's probably not going to be doing a charge ice fight, but I tend to just pick up the tank. You never know.
Now we get to get a good look at what that speed booster item is, and not to mention we get a vanilla speed booster run.
Yeah, true. Go from this direction. That would be awesome. Danger Mole, they should add that to the game. Okay, this is, again, looking a bit dangerous for IP.
Seems to be doing better this time, though. Lands at final super nicely. A lot of welcome health there for IP.
Yeah. And he could farm up, and there's a farm bug area coming up here. He's really hoping for that Varia. We know it's not going to be here.
And here's where
Spaceship's not bad.
Spaceship's not bad at all. This is one area where cross-product is going to have the advantage because he's going to be able to use the speed booster through there on his run.
Yeah, although IP is probably going to want to farm anyway, and that spaceship's going to make it a lot easier to travel over. Now, for anyone thinking, all right, we already saw Ridley, IP can take out any other boss. Not so fast. There is a 10% chance that this is a surprise boss, in which case there's a 25% chance of any boss being there. So it's a, what would that be? Something like a 2.5% chance that this is another Ridley where IP's headed.
Not to mention Dragon. Dragon at this point would definitely be a bit of a struggle as well.
That is very true. This would be a real struggle with Dragon, because Dragon is not easy to farm. I mean, he barely has enough ammo for Dragon with killing the turrets. It's, well, even with killing the turrets, I think he would have to farm. But getting a few missiles from Dragon isn't too bad. If you need anything more than a few.
And cross-product finds this wrecked ship.
I assume that was the far portal. The far right portal of Upper North here. So we're going to get a lot of boss information here. Smart save from IP. Knows this might be trouble even if it is Dragon. It is something like a... Well, no, we know... I guess it's not a 4% chance. We know it's not vanilla bosses. I've already seen Ridley at Kraid's Lair. Is Cross thinking he hasn't saved? Did he save?
That might be his hesitation. I didn't see him save at the ship.
He did? Okay.
I did not.
Oh, he did not. Okay.
Oh, this is perfect for him.
Yeah, although he's got pretty low ammo. Or not, I mean, he'll be fine, but just kind of want to get all 3 of those things in. Not going for the missiles. Not going for the bomb setup. Yeah, he does a 4 missile super. I was wondering. He was 1 short of what he needed. This will be a pretty quick cleanup, though. Cooperate. He is not cooperating. There we go.
Crate is down. Nice solid kill there.
Actually, not too far away either on IP side.
You know what's interesting is that the crate quick kill strategy, it looks relatively simple, but you do something ever so slightly wrong and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, in that case, what Cross didn't do anything wrong. He just didn't have what he needed for his setup. But you're right. That's why I was kind of surprised he wasn't doing that bomb. There's that little bomb dance that a lot of runners will do when they enter the room. They'll face the left, door to the left. They'll lay a bomb. They'll stand up, turn to the right, morph back down. That's all intentional to get in the right spot. Okay, IP's got to be a little careful, but Phantom is almost dead.
He may have that 1 soup, but without Varia to go with it, it definitely deals a lot of damage. Ooh, and taking a nasty hit there.
He's gonna get it. No, he
just had to get onto the screen. Crate DLC. That's funny.
And I haven't seen the Cross. I think he did pick up another E-Tank, or did he get that from Wave? I'm trying to. He might have already had that from Wave. Did Cross bother to check the item behind? Oh no, it was behind Crate. What was behind Crate? It was just an E-Tank?
He got Spazer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Spazer. Okay. Spazer is unfortunately not helpful unless you find charge. IP gonna lock in the progress. Ever wants to see the ghost again in this playthrough?
So the question is, how long do the runners go before they start collecting ammunition enough to kill Mother Brain?
Yeah, I mean, I would be collecting it along the way already. I know I was a little critical of those croc miner chests, but the longer we go without charge, the better that plays looking.
And Cross getting that gate in just 2 tries is very nice. That can trip up a lot of people.
Did Cross not go to Norfair Reserve? I don't remember him going over there, because that's like 2 miners and a major.
And Anchor is confirming that no, he did indeed skip it.
And now we finally have Green Bread. Maybe we'll get our ammo finally here. A lot of nice, easy miner checks in this location. Oh, and we did learn that the bosses, maybe it was true with it was probably true in when we saw Real Damage, the bosses are shuffled. We're not surprised based on the areas, I think.
IP again, still very low on health.
Might be getting an E-Tank here. Nope, it's just bombs. Yeah, it has to be careful. I'm not so worried about this room. Maybe I should be. It's the next room. That's... Is it 50 damage that he would take in the next room?
I believe you're correct.
Yeah, this is almost just reset now. Go back to your save. I don't remember if he saved an aqueduct. If he did, I think I would just be going back there.
He is going to skip those missiles there and just move on down the sand pit.
With no spring ball, I agree. He did get bombs, but still no. Yeah, that's a one hit. Those guys, it's everything's double damage without that Varia. There's spring ball. Speaking into existence.
Hey, crossproduct, throw that the other way.
Oh, that's right, Iker. He did check top left level button for reserve, and he skipped that reserve, and I was critical of that. I was like, why'd you skip that? Okay, so Cross did not skip any major checks in Double Warfare.
There, he gets his damage boost.
Cross might actually be committing to charge, which is risky because charge could be a checkable, or plasma, or screw attack, or something equally stupid.
It does seem he is, because he did skip that missile there.
I don't know about It's one thing to skip checks that require you to go into the next room and do some stuff to do. I get that. But skipping the missile that is right in front of you, I don't know.
He does have the waterway check here, though.
Yeah, that's true. He does. He can fully clear green red. Good point. And charge is the only thing he needs. So, and he has done every criteria check, every croc check already. So, I can see why it's a little more appealing to charge at this point, because he's already done half of the obnoxious majors checks that you would need to do for a full clear. And if we look at the map too, with East Meridia being last, if he does need to do that plasma check or technical check, that makes sense. On the flip side, he did know about erection. So
and he also did pick up his high jump boots from that check there, so he'll definitely get a movement increase.
Oh yeah, that's pretty significant since he's already got speed too. It's kind of annoying having speed and no high jump. Now is just going to be more normal movement. No need
especially when he goes back to Meridia, he'll probably pick up the space jump, and that'll incredibly enhance his speed. Having all three of those together.
There is a chance Cross will pick up enough supers that he won't need charge, but I don't know. It's a risk.
Crossproduct is also at the point where he can consider picking up more E-tanks for an easier MB3.
Yeah, he might want to pick up one more just so he can do stand-up with. He's still committed to charge, but otherwise, he's okay. I would pick them up just because. Although I can understand not picking them up when you're already on. Oh, he does have a fair amount. But yeah. Oh, are we gonna see an ice clip here? I see this every day. This is a finicky one.
Crossproduct's starting to pick up more ammo now that he found some supers. So was he just looking for supers instead of regular missiles?
Yeah, he's just looking for supers. Which is also a risk, because he might just not find enough supers. Alright, he's back in Red Bren. Probably marking off his map as he's doing these pauses.
No doubt marking off his map, and then also just considering, where do I go next?
You can see this clip that IP is trying to do is very finicky. This video needs to be, I don't know if it's pixel perfect, but it's a fairly precise positioning that you need that Puyo to be in. If you have X-ray, it's a little bit more flexible. Okay, Cross is gonna do. Oh, Cross. He's killing the Names for fun. I saw that. I don't like this decision to do Lord Warfare now. He's already seen the back of Lord Warfare. It's not even close to that.
Unless he's still looking for that charge. There are a few major locations he can check.
Yeah, I mean, the way he's played it, he needs to make this prison check. You need to just full commit to charge. You've gone this far. And that's where it also makes sense to only get supers, because the supers can still save you a little bit of time, but the missiles will not if you end up with charge. Yeah,
Granted, if charge does...
IP.
If
He
charge
knows, I
does
think.
end up being...
Oh gosh, 4 health. Oh!
Oh no!
That was so close. I don't know if that was it. That's not the position I like to get you in, but it was actually close. I don't think it was it. He has no health. This is... Crystal Flash. He's got Crystal Flash ammo.
And heat shield at screw attack.
Well, that's not very helpful.
Not at the moment, no. I mean, unless you just want by that extra heat protection. It's like wearing pot holders over a spacesuit. Not gonna get the fast pillars here, but we should see him get through them pretty quickly. Screw attack definitely helping.
So, I think IP is considering a plasma effect here. Doesn't have anything that can kill the plasma pirates. So that could be interesting. Okay, he's not gonna do it. Okay. Alright. Maybe he realized. Oh my gosh. I keep playing with that. Yep, more.
Now become almost a guaranteed item to want to find just going down to Lower Norfair, especially for early Ridley runs.
Well, we're not talking much about across the screen because it's just, I mean, screw attack. He's got full everything at this point. Screw attack. I guess he doesn't have space jump. He's got everything else. Although he still doesn't have. He's going to need the farm for. Well, okay. This should be Dragon on him. He doesn't have grapple.
We have seen everyone else. It has to be Dragon.
Yeah, I think the bosses are shuffled today. So then it's not surprising if it had to be Dragon. And I think Cross could know that, so... Phil's gonna want to farm up, I think, though. No grapple. He could just go for the Shine Spark. He's got good enough health. I'll probably try to get at least one Shine Spark in, if not 2 or 3. It is risky to go for more than 2, unless you're careful, because you can get a chain damage death. And people have run through 8 E-tanks before, or more. Chain damage can rack up damage really fast.
And at this point, it's been a while since Cross is saved.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't be talking about it. I don't want to speak that quick. That's a neat idea, Farflu, but I think it'd be a little too OP. It is going to go for the Shine Spark. That one looks a little bit high. Oh, I didn't see where IP ended up. Whatever it is, he doesn't like it. Interesting. Must have been a heated room. Cross having a little trouble with these Shine Sparks. Still should try to get in at least one more before going to ammo. That was a good one. I would go for an ammo kill.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to finish it with it.
You can get kind of... There's a way to get soft lock doing low Shine Sparks along the ground, too. If you kill Dragon at the same time. That can be danger as well.
It looks like he's with the ammo now.
That's what you want to do. Finish off Dragon with ammo, then you don't have to worry about it.
And down goes the shrimp. We're still checking this item here.
I'm not sure if I've played arcade before. This feels like I'm watching arcade. It's like, must kill every enemy. Anyone is like instant death. And, I mean, for good reason. Novaria, they are Already enemies do a ton of damage. Thank you, Iker, for helping with the map. Yeah, that's definitely not a portal that you wanted to find. What? Oh, is he going to Crystal Flash now? He's decided he's going to use this Crystal Flash. Was he farming for power bombs? That might have been what he was doing. Because, yeah, with the Crystal Flash, he can get out. The spaceship, he can go left. Oh, but he has to do he might not do that because he has to do gate glitch. He's got like no missiles. Yeah, this is. Oh, that's not good. User reserves, yes. And he does have the save, so he can try this again. I think he's going to try this again. This is not the way you want to go. I don't think. This is slower. This particular path I'd be trying to do is hard to do even with like 4 or 5 minutes. You want to go up to the left, and then you can do the farm station on the way up. I have faith. He's going to try this again. He's going to get this. It's going to be a good experience. Not the race overall. The race overall is a lost cause from my perspective. Credit to him for continuing to fight on. Not easy. But I have faith he's going to get this hell run for North Air. Meanwhile, Cross is heading down, probably back to Main Street. Maybe to Victoria? Oh, he still needs charge though. So let's see where he goes. I didn't catch what that portal was right below Cross's feet.
I missed those. I know I saw it at the time.
Yeah, he checked it at one point. I just didn't catch what it was. Alright, this is already looking better for IP.
Much
you could
cleaner
pause
through there.
Drain those reserves a bit too if you wanted to. He's not going to need to if he stops at the farming room. But yeah, I like this. When you triple your reserves in a heated room, lose health from heat damage while your reserves are filling. It's scammed out of like. I would have stopped at that farm room. I don't like going up here without the farm check. Because now you're here, but you have no health. Doesn't even have a power bomb. He's very lucky he got a big health there. Okay, he's going to try to do this. He might need to pause. I don't know what we're doing now. Yeah, there's no enemies you can get over here. And Cross is heading back to Ridley. Just reserve tank. Needs to find that charge. Still has wrecked ship. Still has all the annoying checks in East Florida.
You know, a reserve tank there just almost seems fitting for something you'd find old in the attic.
Alright, IP is going to give this another go. Hopefully stopping at that farm location on this time. Also, this is a good room to farm power bombs. You'll just pick a power bomb drop from. I think the problem is though that these enemies are dropping health because his health is so low.
We're getting our first Ridley fight now. Looking at 30 supers from Cross, this should be a fairly simple fight.
I think that super missed now though. Does have several supers with the missile ammo. He's gonna put this too, and he's got a lot of power bomb. Damage. This time I think he does have one power bomb. What's the other super missile thing?
Seeing lots of good pogos out of Ridley.
Ridley's probably dead here though. And Ridley is dead. Okay. Then let's go to the power bombs. Will IP farm this time, or is he just thinking he's got the oh geez, he's gonna make it. Just in time for IP.
Crossproduct taking a reset there. Oh nope, it just glitched.
This time gets only the small energy. And this here is exactly why I avoid doing the Upper North Fair Hell runs whenever I can. It's not that you can't, they're impossible, it's that this farming, the situation that IP's in right here is just really slow.
Yeah, it's tough. He doesn't have enough health to go up towards the speed boost area to try and farm those bugs up there, so he has to try and do something in here to build himself up a little bit.
Exactly. And these enemies just don't drop a lot. Now he does have that space jump, which will allow him to go up and get the cack drop without too much trouble. But that's assuming he doesn't take damage, you know, like you're just kind of like resetting your progress every time you do.
Nice large health from him there. And a super from the croc. From the cack.
Alright, if he does that one more time, it'll be okay. Is Cross gonna pick up all the ammo now? It's a little late. He might have just been, he might not have wanted that missile as much as he wanted the super. Okay. Vanilla items up here at the aqueduct. Gonna say, Croc, please farm some more. I wouldn't want to go into boxing with just like bare minimum. He's trying to be more efficient with this charge, I think. This farming, but
Oh no!
no, I think he did that on purpose. But it's burning a lot of health, so it's not actually. It looks cool, but it's not actually a good idea. Maybe he didn't do that on purpose.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, it's if you're in the sand, you go slow, but maybe he wasn't trying to do that. If he was, he didn't know it does that much health damage, that's for sure. I think he's trying to find an efficient way to farm.
Being that he just went back for a save, I'm going to assume that he did not mean to.
Clearly, he's looking at IP's health situation and just wanted to have some solidarity.
The rule of cool demands it. Think Grub Junker.
We're also going to see this check. It is just bombs. Cross really wanted to charge there.
Now crossproduct is going to be able to get his morph ball bombs. I'm sure that's a welcome sight after all this time.
Oh, IP. Did he at least save with that 80-some health that he had? Please tell me you've got 80-some health. 74.
Close. 74.
Okay. It's tough because it's like you know you can do it with 80 some health, but I like to have more like 160 because I know I'm going to screw up. But it takes so long to farm to 160. Oh. Sometimes I like to go to the farm that's kind of down below. IP can't do it, because he ran out of power bombs. I kind of like going to the lower farm just because it's easier to jump into.
Crossproduct's starting to need to be a little bit careful here. He's taking some serious damage.
And wouldn't you know it, our second ice clip attempt to get in the Shack tool. For the price of one today.
You know what's interesting is that Shack Tool may hold charge.
Now Cross has a better beam for this. Oh, he's gonna go this. Oh, okay. I like this. This is a much better idea. That's a little bit late on that bomb, I think. This is the same clip as Botman. He's late on these bombs. That's a little late, I think. Hopefully he starts trying to speed up if he sees it's not working. It'll still feel late. This is harder just because you never do it. It's not actually any harder than the Botman one, but Botman one, we know the setup. You do it like every fourth random race. It feels like this one is once a year. That's close.
It's one of those tough ones. It's one of those tough ones of, do I actually need to practice this? Maybe, maybe not. Am I going to? Probably not.
I can't even remember the last time I practiced this. They're all too late, though. That's unfortunate.
A lot of good attempts there. He did take a save, so he may opt to reset to refill.
And I think this might be confirmation that Shine Spark was intentional. Because he drained his health with it. Which he needed to do for what he just did.
That's a fair point. And if so, that was the best Shine Spark intentional damage I've ever seen.
Oh. We're gonna have to ask about that.
Absolutely. And now Crossproduct just looking for some more power bombs to give that CF clip another try.
That was the right idea from Cross. We're gonna try to make that search check. It's tough. This is not easy. And it's even harder when you've been racing for an hour. That's the right idea for Cross. I'm sure he just hasn't practiced that in a long time. That's all that was. That's not the practice.
We find Wave Beam. That's a welcome sight if we can find charge. Never mind.
Well, he could have killed the items. Yeah, interesting. He didn't want to keep that. This is going to be kind of amazing if charge is at Shack Tool, and both runners have trying to get there. Neither one having grappled. Have we seen grapple? Did we see that somewhere? And it got reset.
I want to say we saw it. I believe that Crossproduct checked grapple after he killed Croc.
Oh, no, sorry. I mean, like, have we seen the item? Like, neither runner has it. What didn't get reset?
No, we have not seen grapple beam. I understand the question now.
This may not be the last we've seen of Shack Tool. I wouldn't be surprised if Cross goes back after killing this boss. Because he's running out of stuff to do. And we know charge is not here. Unless it's at Shack.
I'm trying to think of where else it could possibly be. Have we seen both sand pits or just one?
Wreck Ship.
Wreck Ship Reserve? We haven't seen that area.
We haven't seen Wreck Ship Reserve. We haven't seen Gravity. We haven't seen back at Wreck Ship. Yeah, that was the more typical charge to farm stuff.
He's got himself his power bombs now.
Oh yeah, Iker pointing out that when Frost was at Wreck Ship, he couldn't do any of the Wreck Ship. It stayed dark because it shuffled bosses.
That's true.
And Fantoon is here.
So if it's not at Shack 2, we'll probably see crossproduct divert back to Wreck Ship. If he thinks to give Shack 2 another try.
Okay, IP's health situation's looking a little better here. Come on, IP. Pause IP. Yes, that's probably... Oh, he did it! I didn't think it was gonna work.
He did save himself there.
I don't even know if the pause helped him or not. He might have. Did anybody see the health go to 0? That's what that pause does. It keeps you from dying if your health hits 0, but you're in the middle of a fade in or fade out. Keep your gameplay going, but you die. And you can change those infinitely, but they are frame perfect. Generally don't change them. Alright, IP's still not out of the woods yet. This is not. These are speed here. This is not an easy check. Heck, I would almost be tempted to go back and save before making this check, because
Saving with the health, it would make sense to me.
yeah, it's just, I don't know how many reserves IP has, whether it's 1 or 2. You got 2 reserves that you picked up along with 2 full tanks. This, I don't remember if that miner was not worth stopping for. Now needs the speed energy. I think it is though. It is. Okay, so he does get bailed out.
A very welcome energy tank in his status. In theory, all he would need is one more E-tank for a more comfortable Mother Brain, and he'd be able to clear her with that.
Well, I think his problem here is he can't get to the other side of Upper North Fair without maybe 2 more E-tanks. Oh, he could core Crystal Flash. He could do a Crystal Flash. Okay. But he's gonna need to get power bombs from somewhere. These guys do drop power bombs. They just drop them slowly.
Drop power bombs and
that was kind of rude getting none. That's not typical. Get 0 there, but
just impolite.
Getting like 1 would be not that unusual. They do drop them slowly. All right, I like the save here. Lock in the progress.
And hello, Pika 28. Someone make sure you give these runners some love after this as well, because they've been putting on a great run for you today. IP just not giving up even after everything. He's doing great.
Great point. That is a really tough outrun, what IP's trying to do, just do the whole thing without the Crystal Flash. Which he doesn't have the power bombs for it. I'm trying to remember if Speed is over here. I think it is.
Speed was at Ice Beam.
Yep. That's what I was thinking as well.
And IP's going to take a look at the top of Bubble Mountain here. He's going to find his reserve tank as well. And Cross is indeed heading to wrecked ship.
Yeah, I think that must be where he's going. And even if he doesn't find charge, he should find grapple there.
Should find something to at least make it a little bit easier. And then IP taking the reset there after finding the reserve. Which I don't blame him. It's...
Yeah, he'd barely have enough energy to get out, and then he'd be in the exact same situation he was in like 5 minutes ago. It's not... He wants the reserve, it just isn't worth it. Alright, gonna give this another go. Did pretty well the first time, getting all the way to the third room. Trying to kill these enemies as they go, they do hurt. Really should maybe bail and just go for the Crystal Flash. Oh no, he doesn't have that, he still has the power buff.
And there's the grapple beam.
Will we have to return to Shack Tool?
Well, how much ammo can he find here in the wrecked ship? Could he theoretically find enough ammo for a Mother Brain Clear?
In Cross's defense, yes, he skipped a handful of missile beams. If he had 60 missiles right now, I don't think it's enough. You know, like he'd still be looking for ammo. This just hasn't been a lot of ammo. Unless there's been a bunch of checks he's been skipping. I mean, I know he's skipped some of the longer checks, but I'm just trying to think of the missile packs he's seen. I don't think it's been that many.
We finally get to see the wrecked ship reserve here, and it is an E-tank. Which with his health, it might have been beneficial there to pick up just to get a refill, but otherwise he's in pretty good shape. He's got good protection.
I was thinking that too. He doesn't need it, but
No doubt being in over an hour into this now, he probably feels very behind.
yeah, I think if you're across the situation, you probably feel like IP has spent a fair amount of time looking for ammo or charge as well. But they've both had some struggles where you'd feel the other runner is going to be ahead potentially. You just don't know, you know? You never know.
Very nice execution from Cross there.
Come on, IP. You got this. There we go.
It's looking like crossproduct still wants to take some time to look at the rest of wrecked ship. So we're gonna see the gravity item.
Yep. I wonder if IP's just looking for a way out of Upper Norfair at this point. Because he's heading kind of to the... Oh, is he trying to go this way? He's trying to do this hell run. Because he's got space jump. I was wondering if he's going to go up there. Apparently not. Because he could have gone that way. Get to the other side of Upper Norfair. But
Cross does have all bosses down at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not marked with anything. Take care of that. It's already done. Never mind. Nothing for me to do. Alright. Who wants to bet this is just another E-tank? Or wait, no, it'd probably be plasma, right? I think we have just charge and plasma left. Maybe this is plasma?
I think he has a good chance of being plasma. I think he'll definitely want. Oh, there's charge.
Plasma must be a jack.
How to think of it? We haven't seen a lot of red mountain checks, have we?
I think that we at least saw the spacer check. I don't know if we saw X-ray. So X-ray might have been another possibility.
Crossproduct's definitely in go mode now that he has charge.
Yep, just needs to figure out how to get back to G4, which is not easy. It was definitely preferable to have done it after that East Meridia play, but it didn't, the map wasn't working out. The charge situation kind of threw him off here. I forgot IP. I was sitting here like, why is he going to Green Bay? I forgot he hasn't been to Green. No wonder he's going this way.
Now he's starting to get those health checks that he has been needing. That extra buffer.
Because right from the beginning after Cross went, I wouldn't say the easy way, but he went a more natural direction, and IP just did everything the hard way. He didn't know that. You know, he thought maybe I could spike Varia or East Meridia. But it just turned out everything he did was the hard way.
Interesting here that IP actually has more supers than crossproduct right now too. So if he's going to decide to collect ammo, he'll have a shorter time of doing so.
True. I wonder where he got the extra one from.
That's what I'm trying to figure out too. I know he just picked up the one that was the bottom of early supers.
Alright, and Cross has found his way back to Materia. He just needs to go to the bottom of Materia for his G4. Does not need to refill the ship. He's going to get a free refill when he crosses in. He's got his Ice Beam for Zeb Skip. And he's got speed if he wants to Zeb Skip that way. Charge, 180 damage.
He doesn't have wait for baby skip though, so he may not attempt it.
Yeah.
It definitely makes it a little bit easier. Crossproduct just about there. Making his way to G4 and on to Mother Brain.
It's funny, I think both runners collected bombs, and neither one has bombs right now. Jack Tool shambles today.
I'm curious to see at the end what Shack Tool did hold.
That's true, because Chad pointing out that extra check we didn't see yet, so maybe Croc just has a reserve tank, who knows? Not sure if we've seen all four. Although with these dash settings, I don't think there always are four reserve tanks. In fact, as you pointed out, there was a shield and pet Screw attack. That takes up one of the spots that a reserve will take.
Personally, I'll take the heat shield over reserve.
So it could have been, who knows, it could have been double jump at Plasma for all we know. Yeah, Cross is not going to bother with the...
Oh, he's taking his damage early.
I think that's the right idea.
A very quick drain from the baby there.
Was it Varia at Spacer? Is that where IP's headed?
Yes, so there was Varia at Spacer. And cross-product's getting the Zeb skip on the first try.
Yep, turning off that super attack. Away. And with this much health, should have no problem with the boss.
Absolutely. I don't see any potential issues here.
Alright, I think I finally filled in my map. Not that it's going to help me. IP's going to go down and get a speed booster, and not Mario people cross into here. Me. Cross doesn't have a leading problem with weight. Choosing not to say the super is switch, honestly. With this much health. You can take like 300 damage from one red beam. Like Cross gets up with that. I'm not really concerned here.
Now IP finding all that welcome health from earlier.
Cross is going to sit this red beam phase for a while. 180 damage. Shots with 3 in this phase, maybe 25 or something.
It's definitely a lot slower. If he had kept that wave beam from earlier, he would be in a little bit of better shape here, but...
Yeah. But it would have taken longer to get here, so then it wouldn't even have saved that much time. It might not have saved the at all. Alright, so let's get damage down. And this should be cross. I imagine IP will not be too bad. Done. Probably had about it.
This one did seem like more of a trolling type seed. And the location of Charge Beam just by itself was definitely tricky if you didn't do the routing to hit Phantoon first.
A required CWJ into Croc without a Charge Beam is not a great start from Steve either.
But it does make for great entertainment.
Yeah, I believe we saw both runners execute 3 CWJs.
We got to see a few things attempted that are normally not seen in standard play. I mean, crystal flash clips, ice clips, and as you said, the CWJ being required. It was nice to to have a seat where those types of things were required to see just how far these runners go to study and prepare. Moving on to MB3 on Cross's side.
IP apparently has decided that if Ari is a Red Tower, Cross already has it, so I'm just going to look elsewhere. I'm not sure. He's convinced it's in Wave or something. It's going back to Warfare. I believe that's the one item in Up Warfare you can check. I don't think this is a bad play. We're hoping maybe Cross can save this to last. IP fighting to the end. But it is cross product here in the escape. Just a minute or two away. You know,
I think it might be a lot of
wailing. For that we respect.
Absolutely. And nice solid speed booster up the channel. Crossproduct making a really nice escape here. And that is that with Crossproduct with an official time at 1:26:14.
GG.
GG indeed.
We did get a forfeit from IP as well, which is not surprising. I'm sure he's had plenty enough with the seed.
Thank you, IP. Definitely a good race. One very much worth watching and being a part of. Just the different mechanics that were involved in this particular one, it kept you guessing the entire way through.
And we are joined by Incompetent Perfectionists, or IP.
Welcome.
Hi, how are you?
I don't know if we're going to get cross product or not for interview, but
yeah,
I'll
shut up if he shows up.
No, we can start with you.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Well, do I get a do-over on this one? Can I start over?
Do you even want it? Because you mentioned
I would do it. Yeah.
Your mistake, quote unquote, of skipping Croc. I don't think that was a mistake at all. Like,
yeah, I don't think I had enough at the time, but I wish I had done. I wish I had done Gauntlet before I went there the first time. That would have been the ideal route. But I was trying to pull some wild moves because I know Cross is so much faster than me. So like I was just trying to pull some magic out of the hat a little bit with some of these wild moves. But like a couple things were just flailing and mistakes, especially later on. And at some point you get that I don't even care anymore feeling where you just like, I'm just going to play like this is like not a real thing, and you just do what you want to do. And I kind of got there at some point. Yeah.
I mean, you were both struggling early on. It's kind of interesting. You probably both felt behind in the first 10 minutes, and yet you were both doing Kraid at the same time. Kraid's Lair.
Uh-huh.
It was like room for room.
Right.
at that point. So it was kind of interesting. Like that, if you do watch this back IP, maybe you don't want to watch the whole thing, but if you do
I
at least
will.
watch the first 10 minutes, where you can see like, hey, I was
Yeah.
having some struggles, and you're still right there in it. You know, it's just
Yeah. No, I know the mid game was brutal. Like I made some really big mistakes. Like I really shouldn't have tried to do the ice clip that I only get like 1 out of 100 times. Spring ball, that was another wild move. I was just hoping like everything would be there. And yeah, I'd like there's a few dumb things I shouldn't lock myself in Bubble Mountain, like, and then saved over all my backtrack saves.
Or did
Anyway,
you not have, because it is rolling save.
yeah, but I saved a bunch of times because I had like
I didn't catch that.
I came out of that hell run with 1 health.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that
And-
part.
Yeah, so I was just like, and 0 power bombs, so I
Yep.
couldn't get like no, that was the first time. Yeah, there were just so many like miserable moments. Never mind. Anyway, Cross is here. GG, you rule.
Hey, GG. Thanks so much for the race.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, you too.
I honestly like this guy, Incompetent Perfectionist. He's good at keeping track of items. So I knew that was one thing that I'd have to stay on top of my game is like remembering what locations were left, making good use of my door tracker and everything like that. So like, I know he definitely watches more games than I do and is more savvy on like the settings and the meta and stuff. So. You know,
I kept wondering if at any time you were going to start gathering ammo from Other Brain instead of looking for charge.
I gave up too early. Like, I mean, at the time I decided to go for charge, I was like 25-15, and I was just like, no, I'm nowhere near enough ammo to bother looking for miners. So I just stopped. I stopped as soon as I got to 30. So like 30 supers. I mean, charge could be behind Ridley, I guess. So we'll get 30 supers and call it. I actually missed a couple supers, so I had the right number of normal missiles as well, which was kind of funny. I don't know if y'all caught it early on, my first time across Moat, when I picked up that power bomb pack, my game crashed during the item fanfare.
I didn't catch what happened. It's like, what?
I
How
was
did it
sitting,
crash
I was like, man, why won't this item box? I don't even know what happened. My game froze or something. I was like, why is this item box? This is the longest item fanfare ever. And I ended up.
And then I thought your feed must be frozen, but I guess I didn't check the timer. It's probably
No, my game froze on the item box, and I was just like mashing the button. I was like, normally you could just buffer left and get ready for the CWJ. Like, what's going on?
I did see that. I was like, oh, he must have checked it. And he's like, wait, he's going back. Like,
Yeah.
I think the only Meridia
it was
question
like-
I had
it was-
for you. I think the only Meridia question I had was when you speed boosted through the waterfall that was going on there. That was
Oh, yeah, the
intentional to
sand.
try and lower your health.
Yes, that is
okay,
correct.
that
I
was
was,
intentional.
yeah. The only problem is I didn't practice crystal flash clipping. And then when I went in left sandpit and found morph bombs, I took that as a sign of like, oh yeah, charge is a shack tool.
We were
Put the
trying to find
bumper-
a new way of farming, like that. You know, you're like auto farming as you're shine sparking through the sand.
No, I was specifically lowering my health for the crystal flash.
Yeah, once
And-
we saw what you were doing down at Check Tools area to do that.
Yeah.
we were like, oh, maybe that was intentional to get.
See, I made the mistake. I spend more time practicing like the suitless no bomb version where you just kind of jump up there with gravity turned off. Honestly, I should just gone with that because that's what I've spent more time practicing. But when I found the morph bombs, I was just like, we got to do this, right? Like, oh man.
It
So
is
yeah,
fun
don't worry. I see. I too wasted some time on Shack Tool. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Our favorite time waster.
I was just waiting for charge to be behind Batoon at that point. I almost ran out of ammo on Batoon.
Oh yeah, no, I died to
bad.
Botsman once. I jumped on his
Oh,
head
man.
and got like all up in his coils, and I was just like, oh no.
Did you
No,
have
no
script?
Varia, no.
Yeah, it looked like we were taking 50% with gravity. I still don't understand the suit settings, but
yeah.
I noticed I had gravity and I think I took 60 from a crab, so I was like, okay, so I only have 50% on gravity.
Still too much, whatever it was.
Unfortunately,
and-
Meridia is just pain.
Yeah, sure is.
Mhm.
I've learned that the hard way many times, and I still haven't learned it.
I can't really say I made the right decision checking all the West Meridia doors when I had to do just the worst gravity jumps in the game to get to those 2 doors at the top.
Oh,
Like,
they were
I-
trash. I never went, and I thought I regretted it the whole
Yeah.
time. I thought there was like gold there.
No, dude. So there was one went to Lower Norfair. The Steffi Fish store went to Lava Dive. Or no, it was Three Musketeers. The Steffi Fish store went to Three Musketeers, Lower Norfair. And then the Ocean Beach store went to also Red Tower. So it was like it was garbage. Well, it was good knowledge though. Having the knowledge of the LN portal definitely helped. I had really good map. Like I didn't even when I eventually did go to Rex Ship, and I actually took kind of a risk there because there was a chance that Ridley was there. Maybe like I didn't do the math. Normal vanilla is already eliminated, so like 60% times 2.5, or no?
I was
1 out of
also
6
thinking
times 1
Ridley
out of
could
4.
be there, but
Maybe like a 1 out of 24, I think. Yeah.
Because it was shuffled. I think when you guys found Ridley and Kraid Slayer, it's the map like the boss location indicated Lower Norfair. I think.
Oh,
and
I didn't even think to look there. I didn't even know that was. See, that's what I mean, I don't. I need to watch more races, and
I
then
didn't catch
I'll know
it
this
either
stuff.
as commentator. It was only like later, like I saw the other, late, especially when the ship didn't wake up.
Yeah, that was the key for me. When I killed Kraid and the ship didn't wake up, I was like, okay, this cannot be double Ridley now that the ship woke up, right?
Yeah, it has to do with what the like. So when you see the boss, if you're so if you're in Kraid and then you see Ridley and Ridley says LN, then it can't be surprise because you're in shuffle, I think.
Yep. Then it has to be shuffled. Although
or
area
vanilla, right? Or no, not vanilla. It has to be shuffled
until the room is fully loaded in. So if you can be fooled because you can tell it's Ridley's room like before you get control of Samus.
Mm-hmm.
But the room area will not change until you do get control of Samus. So you kind of got to wait.
Yeah. Don't reset too fast.
Yeah,
that's a good tip going into week 3. I'll make sure.
Yeah,
I learn a little more every week. Like last week, I was racing Audra, and then I found out I was like, oh, the minor item location is countdown, which I didn't even know that I didn't even know that the full shuffle was countdown mode.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, I know a little more going into week 3 now. That's good. But yeah, dude. Thanks so much for commentating next to the race, Icy. And
thank you. Yeah.
It was. Yeah. What was the other thing? Oh, the one other thing I wanted to mention was I can hear Tracy M's voice in my head yelling at me every time I skip a missile pack. I just have to throw that out there.
You didn't skip that many. I didn't like this either, but I've played enough of these seeds where it just seems like you always are needing ammo in these dash sheets for some reason. But you would have still probably needed to do some extra checks at the end. Because I also didn't think that checking the croc miners was that worth. But obviously, like if you wanted to skip charge, then you needed to check all those miners because there's just wasn't a whole lot.
I'm gonna tell you, on my way out of Croc, if I didn't get that D boost first try to get into the power bomb door, like the power bomb spot, if I didn't get that D boost first try on the way out, I was about to bail. Like I didn't even want to get that mine. I was like, this is stupid. Why? I'm doing like one of the worst tricks in the game to get a minor item. I don't even know if I picked it up. I think at that point I was still picking up missile packs.
I think you did pick it up that one, yeah.
Yeah, I was also kind of like frustrated. First, that my game froze my first time in mode. Second, that I was struggling with CWJ. But you know what? In retrospect, I would have gone in there with a reserve and no E-tanks and trying to get that gravity suit with like no health, and that would have been kind of bad. So heading back and getting the E-tanks.
You need to leave and come back. I don't know if you had that much ammo either, like because you got the 2 super packs from Gauntlet, I think.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there were 2 supers back in Gauntlet.
I don't think.
Yeah, I think I had 1 super pack, and I would have used 1 on the door, so I would have had 4 super missiles coming in, which is enough. I think 4 is technically enough.
That's why I went for grapple location before E-tank location, which was really a good idea this time.
Nice.
Yeah, because I was just like, I'm gonna die if I go over there. I'm just gonna die and have to do it all over again.
When I made my way back, I think I had 2 or 3 E-tanks. So there were
Right.
2 in Gauntlet, right? There was actually
Yeah.
Gauntlet and Terminator
Yeah.
each had an E-tank, so that was fine. Oh man, yeah, that was. I just, I honestly didn't know if I was ahead or not. It was just Charge Beam was so trolly, and it could have been at X-Ray, it could have been at Shack Tool, like locations that I hadn't bothered to check. Like as soon as I got the Varia and bottom red tower, I was like, all right, I'll just go do the upper north fair now. I did think I made a really good decision. My first time in Rick's ship, I chose not to go through Forgotten Highway and check the door, because I had found every zone except Green Brinstar, and Green Brinstar has 3 doors, so surely there'd be a better way to get in than going through Forgotten Highway. I honestly
Found all
forgot.
the one ways too. That was kind of why
Yeah, I
that
found all the one ways. That was
Korea check
huge.
you mentioned
Yeah.
earlier was kind of questionable because you did already have all the one ways. You didn't really need to find that lower north for check when you did, but it worked out.
And Cross, in response to Charge Beam being a bit trolly, to be fair, the entire seed was a bit trolly.
Yeah.
This was the most kind of like skill-intensive early game that I've had in one of these seeds, and like you said, it makes for good entertainment. So I'm happy to be on the pyre for you guys, I guess.
Yeah, Major Mine, you're not thinking, oh, it's going to be a required chargeless croc fight after a CWJ.
Yeah. I know. I would have jumped. I would have gone for it if we had a starter charge. Like if it had been a starter charge seed.
Great.
As soon as I dropped down there, I'd been like, all right, let's do it. You know, like
especially since you did the CWJ to get there, like, well, I might as well just
right.
do. Although
Exactly.
you wouldn't be able to get that gravity item very easily.
Yeah, without the tanks. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what I would have done. Is I would have somehow got it and then died on the way out and just had to do it all over again anyway. So good times.
At least you know it's there.
Anyway. Yeah, good fun. It's like Cross was talking about, having all the different settings. Like everyone's been going through this sort of like, okay, I thought I knew more than I did, and then I did some practices, and this thing happened, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah. And we're all like sort of picking up more advanced tips on the mystery setting things. It's not the same as like what we normally run. It's like it's a new thing, and it's pretty cool. So
yeah, you could do a bunch of practice, and then race day comes, you're in a situation that you've never seen before.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, thank you to everyone in the tournament. Good idea. I'm loving it so far. Thanks, Cross. Thanks, everyone. Commentators and tracker, everyone. Appreciate it.
I thank you guys for putting on such a good race. It was a pleasure to be a part of.
Yeah, I don't have anything else to say as well. That was a good fight from both of you.
Yeah, thank you again for commentary, tracking, and the Incompetent Perfectionist for a good race.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. GG.
GG.
All right. Well, I think we've got more races, maybe even later today. More races tomorrow. Plenty more to come. And until then, we will see you next mission.
Bye.